Tunis International Radio, English program.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome on Tunis International Radio. You are listening right now to the daily edition of English language program presented by Huda bin Sheikhounair and Studio 1 with my colleague Nawal Tali for the technical engineering. Hope you're having a nice time and enjoying yourself on this very special day. Today, our guests speak about a very interesting topic. They are from the International Institute of Debate. So we are starting right now with our guests. As I announced, we are having Elyes Guermazi, Executive Director. Hi, Elyes. And Hamida Jridi, member of the International Institute of Debate. The organism is quite active and all the time is a faithful here guest, Elyes, with the various initiatives that you are starting in order to promote youth and to try to encourage spirit of leadership and in various ways. I've been having a look at the page and I've seen that you are having quite two interesting events. So let's start with the first one, which is the Coffee Talk Ambassador, quite innovative initiative. So would you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for hosting us.
Welcome.
As usual. So the International Institute of Debate, which is an organization who started in 2013 and working on promoting young people voices in the public sphere, launched lately the program Café Talk, which is the idea of 3 young people from SPACs, high school students who participated before in a project with us and who won, and now we are supporting them to make the project into practice. So the Café Talk is an easy concept. It's a gathering of 10 people around the cafe with a moderator and a reporter and a community manager. And we started the initiative in 10 regions for the moment. It's an initiative funded by the US Embassy in Tunis, and the main idea is to open a space for young people to discuss about their issues, and also mainly to counter violence extremism, since people who are joining the extremist group are unfortunately don't have the space and they feel weak, and that's why they go and join them. So that's why our idea in order to fight extremism is to make them discuss about their issue and also to see the solution and concrete solution that they can put into practice.
So here you are going, the main topic is going to be extremism, or are you going to speak a little bit about the issues that are concerning the various communities?
So extremism for us is the main theme that we are working, like the umbrella that we are working, on which we are working, but the topics, it can be related to anything. It can be related to, as an example, we made before topics about education, also about environment, and some others about violence. So it depends on the community issue. We don't want to force them to choose the topic, and it's them who choose the topic. And for us, we organize some Café Talks in which we choose the topic that we want to make, and that's why we are launching the program Café Talk Ambassador, in order to have more people who know the exact concept of Café Talk, and also they can promote the project in their communities, and also they can guide anyone who is interested to host a Café Talk in their own communities in an easy way.
So it's really right, and it's really great so to have this Coffee Talk. So this is a good initiative, but what's the role actually of the ambassador, the Coffee Talk ambassador? And how are they going to, how are you preparing actually the Coffee Talk ambassador? Yes,
a huge part of the program will be training these people to represent the Café Talk team in the communities and to be the trainers of the moderators, reporters, and community managers and hosts of the Café Talk in the regions. Basically, they will know the rules, they will know the structure of the Café Talk, they will know what kind of themes, what kind of topics to talk about, and they will represent us to make it happen in the communities, because our goal is to reach out to more people so we can fix more problems and get to more communities. So basically we need people who will be representing and who will know the program enough to pass it and reach out to more people.
So how is it going on? I mean, here this debate. What are the rules for debating in a Café Talk?
It's very simple. We didn't want to make it complicated so people don't
get confused
and think that it's a hard thing to organize. It's very simple. It's 90 minutes of discussions, structured in a certain way where you start with discussing the problem, the reasons of this problem, defining what are the most important terms that you are going to be using in your theme, and then that will take us to a 5-minute wrap that's done by the reporter, and then we can go and talk about the solutions for this issue. What could we do? What have we done? What could have been done differently that could have changed the reality of our community? And then The last part, which is also 25 minutes long, is about choosing the ultimate solution for the problem. The goal of Cafe Talk is to actually do things that are feasible, to find solutions that could be done right away, that could be implemented the next day. So an important part of the structure is to find the main points, that basically an action plan for a solution that could be implemented.
Right. It's really nice.
Thanks.
So I suppose here, to prepare an ambassador, actually you are preparing a leader.
So it's basically a fellowship that we will create, and the ambassador will go through a process of a training, whether online or offline training. And the good thing is the ambassador don't have to be even from any he can be from any region of Tunisia, but also he can be from abroad, because the capital concept went abroad in Jordan, Algeria, Morocco, and like we are trying to expand more. And now because yesterday was the last day of the application, we got applications from Gambia, from Ghana, so people are really interested in the concept, and the ambassadors after that we'll go through trainings through Skype, and also on face-to-face training in our office or even in the region. And those trainings will be about communication skills, public speaking, how to moderate a cafe talk, but also how to resolve the issue in your community, how to put in practice a project. So it's basically everything related to social issues, and how we can find out solutions to them, and how we can implement those solutions into practice, and how we can advocate for the best solutions to the decision makers in order to implement them part of the strategy of the government. Because most of the time what we heard in the past 5 years or 6 years is the government is responsible of everything, we as a youth are not represented. So now it's the time to think how we can be represented as a youth, and also what kind of alternative we have to be represented, and in the end, what are the concrete suggestions that we have to the government that he can adopt part of his strategy, and then we can play them if they don't take in consideration our suggestions.
Is that right? Exactly. So that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, here, are you considering the thing that proposing these suggestions to the government and making the government listen to you, the states and the ministers also?
Yes. And what happened before is in the launching event that we have Saturday, June 4th of June. We got the presence of the first consultant of the Ministry of Education, who was present to hear the solutions suggested before, because now we organized until now almost 59 or 54 cafe talks for more than 600 youth around the Tunisian regions, and we got a lot of suggestions, and that's why the platform, which is cafetalks.org, will gather all those information. So also the idea is to help the civil society organizations to find out what are the main issues in each specific community in Tunisia, in order not to duplicate the same project in the same place, because that's one of the issues in which we are living in Tunisia right now. Is we find 3 or 4 NGOs working on the same issue, working on the same target, but in the end they are not
doing a great job, because there is more than that, there is no collaboration between them.
Exactly.
So everyone is working alone.
The lack of communication definitely hinders the...
And that's why
a lot, and even the outcome is not really sufficient.
Through Cafe Talk, they can reach out to the initiator of the idea, and also they will reach out to that, the citizen of that specific community, because we find different NGOs who are working on many regions, but they are not in that specific region, and they don't have ambassadors there. So now it's the time to tell them, well, you can go on our platform, you can find the contact information of those youth who has ideas and creative ideas, and they can take them and host them part of their strategy and their work. So that's what's the main concept of Cafe Talk in general. So
it's so nice so far. So what is really good is that you already started working, and you had you told me 54 meetings so far, Cafe Talks so far. So how can you evaluate the Cafe Talks so far? Are they at the beginning? Is it good? Is it fruitful? How is the experience?
So far for us, it's going very well, and the proof is many people who were part of Cafe Talks as participants, they now started to start their own Cafe Talks and host their own Cafe Talks in the region.
Nice.
And also some of the ideas and solutions that they came up with, they started to implement it. As an example, in Bizerte, one of the solutions that they found is to start orientation for high school students session to help the baccalaureate students to go through a process of guidance and so on. And they will start it in July 15th when they will organize the orientation in Bizerte. So, and many other examples that we found, they started to implement, but some others are struggling to start because some ideas are not really feasible for the moment. Like, it takes time to organize them, and also it takes resources. So, and that's why we try in the first experiences that we got, we learned a lot, and we try to manage to change a bit the concept and arrange it according to the feedbacks we received from the participants. And that's why now it's a bit more flexible, it's a bit more precise, where people will come up with an ultimate solution that they can put in practice even the day after they started they organized the Cafe Talk.
So really nice. So here what is really nice about this experience is that it is not virtual. So it's not going online, people are meeting face to face, they learn how to debate, they learn the rules of debating and how to make it.
Actually, I think what's better about this is that it's not just face-to-face conversations or just online debates. It's both, because our platform, our cafetalks.org, is going to be sort of a database for these solutions and these problems and these themes. People are not going to discuss them and forget about them, but no, we're going to have the reports online available for everyone who want to work on the same issue or who want to implement the same solution in their communities. So it's open for everyone, online and face-to-face. That's what I personally like about the fact of
it's really nice. Even at home, when you finish with the coffee talk, you can go on the coffee talk again and again.
Yes, exactly.
So about the ambassadors, for those who want to be ambassadors, you told me that the deadline was yesterday, so there are no possibility for others who want to create their own coffee talk or they want to be ambassador can apply for it now.
So in order to start a Cafe Talk, it's very easy. They just need to go on our platform, cafetalks.org, and then they can find host a Cafe Talk, and they can host their own Cafe Talk. For the ambassadors, for the moment, we just received a lot of applications. They can still apply, and we can consider them in the next application that we will have. And then we can always contact them as soon as we have the need, because the need is always depending on the regions like number of people who applied in the regions, and also the profile of people and so on. So now we are in the selection process, which will take 3 or 4 days, and then we will see if we will start a new application or not. But the application is still open. The deadline is over for the moment for the last application, but the application is still open for the moment.
Especially for the regions that you want to reach.
Exactly. Yeah. But also something that I wanna point out too is it's true that it's not online, but we have a part where we have in the Cafe Talk itself a community manager. We have a group for which is for more than, I think, 8,500 members on Facebook, and in this group people share all the codes or the arguments and so on who are discussed in the Cafe Talk, but people can interact with the Cafe Talkers when they are gathering together, because we don't want to limit it to 10 per person. We also want to involve other people who are outside of that region, or maybe they couldn't be part of the 10 participants, because it's only limited to 10 participants, so they can participate online, and that's also the concept. So it's a mixture between online and face-to-face debate.
Nice. So for all those who are interested, here you have the database, here you have the link, and it's Coffee Talk Ambassadors, cafetalks.org. Cafetalks.org. So for those who want to have more details, they can join in. You can be a participant, you can share, you can comment, you can react. So you can say whatever, and be an active citizen, be an active young person who is really involved in the issues of today's Tunisians and today's youth. Apart from that, so here, International Institute of Debate, they are active into trying to provide with the spirit of leadership for all these young people, those who are having the profile of a candidate for future mayor, why not, for the municipality, the next elections that are going to be held in 2017. So you are simulating municipal elections, and you are choosing candidates, and these candidates, they have to defend their own program, approach, initiative, and you've been voting also for that. So tell us more about this tour that you are making actually in the whole region.
So we have a project called Tounsi nghayer, which is a MEPI-funded project. And the idea is very simple. We found out that youth don't want to be involved in politics, and they don't want to be involved in the political life in general.
Exactly, we've seen the results of the last election.
Exactly, they are a bit frustrated from elections and so on, and that's mainly because of what happened before, like between the transition between in 2011. So the main idea of Tounsi nghayer is we want people to think about the solutions and the projects that they want to present to their communities and they want to change in their communities. And that's also the role of the municipality. They work mainly with citizens, they try to help them out and to make their life easier and to solve the problems in their communities. So that's why what we did before is since December 2015, we started to select 30 participants from 5 different regions, which are, 6 different regions, which are Tunis, Bizerte, Beja in Mjezelbeb, and Gafsa, Gebes. And in those regions we selected 30 participants, which we divided them into 6 groups. Each group will represent like a political party, but he represents his own decision and so on. And we made them go through a process of a training on campaigning, advocacy, election democracy, and all kinds of concepts that they can help them to make their projects into practice. And then they had an idea of creating a project related to their communities, and they start to make a campaigning, like the political party when they make a campaign. So they went on the ground, they made their research, they distributed surveys, they made videos, and they made their own page on Facebook. And in the end, they had a regional election. So far we did, the first regional election was in Mjezelbeb, and it gathered more than, I think, 35 participants related to 6 different groups who had ideas. And then they had the debates in front of the audience, which were mostly 100 participants from Mjezelbeb who were present, and 3 judges who were the representative of the Ministry of Youth and representative of the Ministry of Higher Education, and also a professor who were 3 of them judging the elections. So the idea is you have 40% which represent the judges' decision, and 60% which represent the people need or through the vote that they have after the debate that happens. And then we organized in Bizerte and Gafsa, and yesterday it was in Gebes. And so far we have 4 winners, but we will organize in Tunis and Sfax just right after the Eid, so that those young people who worked for almost 6 months on their project, they will present it and show us what are the solutions and how they see a better community, like their own community better. And then we will have the summer camp, which will be only for the winners of the project, which will happen in July 2016. And in the end, we will have the national election, and we seek to do it in the parliament, in which we will bring all the participants, which are mostly 150 participants from all the region, and then they will see the debate going on between 6 different young people. With different spirit, but working on a national level and seeing how they want to how they see Tunisia better through social projects. And this winner will be follow it up with us, and we will find him. We'll try to find him financial funding in order to make his project into practice, but also technical follow up through our organization and through our expertise to make the project into practice.
It is like dream coming true, no? So here encouraging people to be motivated, to go ahead and to follow their dream. This is really nice, especially to be candidate and to be involved in political life. Probably what impeded young people before to go and vote, it's the fact of ignorance, political ignorance about what real life is. But now probably with the initiative that we are making and going on in the various regions, this is really nice. It is going to awaken the spirit of citizenship among them, and it's going to help. So it's so great, this regional election. You told me that it's going to be held in Tunis, the capital, and Sfax just after the Eid.
Yes.
And later on you are going to have a national election. After the national election you are going to have one candidate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is the winner?
So for all those who are really interested to follow these elections going on in these simulation of elections, sorry, for those who are listening, okay, good. Let's continue. So for those who are interested to follow the regional elections, they are going on in the International Institute of Debate. In the Facebook page, you are going to find all the detail. For those who are interested about the coffee talks, it's a really wonderful and genuine idea because it's going to make you involved. As Hamida Jridi explained a little bit, the process, the going on, but also you are going to learn so much. You as a person, you are going to learn so much about being a debater, being a person who is speaking in a public way. He knows the arguments that are successful, he knows the arguments that are really possible in order to convince people. So you are going to learn so many things, so don't be passive and go on participate. As Elyes said, the deadline, it's true that it is over, but they are still looking for regions that they did not reach, and for all those who are in the interior regions, yes, we need more people to participate and be involved. You can help your community out. You can develop the young people around you and try to raise awareness among them in order to make them more involved. So all I have to say is 29 minutes past 3, and it's almost the end of today's English program. So thank you, Elyes Guermazi, the Executive Director of International Institute of Debate. Thanks, Hamida Jridi, for providing us with these details and this interesting initiative and telling us about it. So for all those who are interested, go ahead to the website, to the Facebook page, and learn more about it. Bye-bye.
Tunis International Radio, English program.